A new park for Barnstable Community Horace Mann Charter Public School is one step closer to becoming a reality. The Community Preservation Committee gives the green light to accepting a piece of property on Main Street in Hyannis. And we get a look at sports with Brenna McCubry. These stories and more on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Tuesday, May 20th, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannel. Barnstable Community Horace Mann Charter Public School students could soon have a new playground. The Community Preservation Committee gave the green light to use $60,000 to build a playground at that Hyannis Elementary School. Principal Marilee Cantalmo says she has safety concerns about the current playground, which is 25 years old.
When we began working on the design, we worked very closely with Dave Kenyak, who's Director of Facilities, because we wanted to make sure that where we were building the playground and working with the town and the school department, that we were concerned about safety for the children also. And where our current playground is right now, we have some drainage issues. There is a group that is going to work on a rain garden that you may be aware of Cape Cod Commission. But it was estimated that it would cost us about $200,000 just to correct the drainage issues where the current playground is behind the school. And it's not as visible as where we're planning on building the new playground if you're facing our school to the right. And we did need to close our playground in the fall of 2013 due to safety concerns. The children were being injured. Many of the older playgrounds are built with wood, which is not recommended anymore. All the new playgrounds are built with plastic, a lot of it recycled. So I have a couple pictures of current playgrounds. We actually have two. And as you can see, they're all wood designed. And over time, they do wear out. We also know that the rec department, which is going to use our building this summer for a summer program, will be involved. So it's very important that we collaborate with Patty Machado and the rec department about safety.
The Community Preservation Commission unanimously approved the $60,000 request. The plan will next go before the Recreation Commission. Main Street may soon have its first pocket park. The owners of Stone's Antiques in Hyannis are tearing down the dilapidated building and have offered to donate the land to the town of Barnstable. The Conservation Commission discussed the plan to pay $15,500 to acquire the property at its meeting last night. Committee member Richard Sawyer raised a few concerns about the plan.
We had some issues last meeting about this property, and I'd like to revisit those issues.
Sure.
And see if we can get explanations. One of the things is Marilyn asked if this could be evaluated by a historical consultant to see if it's worth saving as a historical thing. I don't know if that's been done, but we were asked that that be done.
That was declined. We're not being offered the building.
The second question was Laura asked if there had been an evaluation done on the building that confirms or states it definitely has to be demolished. Do we have that?
Other folks have looked at it, and the family's
Who
choosing.
are those folks? And
The fire department looked at it, and various folks, and we're not being offered the building, so that's not on the table. There's no consideration for the building whatsoever. It's, as I said, the demolition has already begun.
what's the 15,500 for exactly?
Oh, it's for
Titles?
costs, title, their
Cost of-
expenses,
Just the cost of receiving the gift?
receiving the gift, yeah.
Committee member Marilyn Fifield also raised concerns about the plan.
I also have to lament that the Historical Commission has not had an opportunity to consider this or comment on it. And I really do still think that our historic preservation consultant should have looked at it. That's his area of expertise, and it seems to me that's why we have him. So I'm very disappointed that he wasn't ever involved. I think this has been done cleverly. I don't think it's commendable, personally, I'm sorry to say. So I don't understand why the town wants to remove a property from the tax rolls that presumably could be tax producing. But anyway, those are my comments.
Town Attorney David Houghton responded to those concerns from some committee members that the building should have been saved.
The property did receive a certificate of demolition from the Hyannis Historic District Commission 2 years ago. And the minutes reflect that. It doesn't reflect who evaluated, but the minutes do reflect that it was evaluated for those purposes. And they state in part that the deterioration notable, mold is present, roof leaks, electric open to elements. Structure is beyond repair and ability to salvage. Status according to the Hyannis Fire Department. Chair Jessup states that the building is not suitable for commercial occupancy. There's just the statement, structure holds no historical structural value. Again, not attributed to anybody.
Committee Chair Lindsay Council also responded to those concerns about the proposal, saying that the building was not salvageable.
We were not given the opportunity to have our expert look at it. That was not on the table. This determination was made 2 years ago. The building rapidly declined and you barely even wanted to go in it at this point. So, you know, the fact that we're trying to pull a fast one here, I really, really resent that. I made every effort to try to get in there and was just said, the building is coming down. It's not safe. And that was where it was left. It was that simple. Unfortunately, it deteriorated over the years to a condition where it was not salvageable. So, and you know, we've done yeoman's work here, protecting buildings all over town, and this one just is not what is being offered. It's being taken down. So the issue before us is not what we shoulda, woulda, coulda done. It's whether or not we want to accept this gift of 1.8 acres in the western part of Main Street for a park.
Clarification, it's not 1.18, it's just
0.18, good point. Thank you very much. 0.18 acres.
Committee member Sue Rohrbach also urged members to support the proposal.
First of all, I understand that it's an old building and that we try to save old buildings, but this one doesn't appear to me to be salvageable. We are getting a bargain, a huge bargain. We are going to have a lovely little pocket park, however that happens, depending on I suppose, on how much we want to spend and how much people want to help out. I will tell you that I think the day after our last meeting, I saw the town manager and I said, hey, what's up with that, whatever the figure was that was mistaken that was in our letter, and he was absolutely horrified. So there's no chance that it's going to be anywhere near that figure, I don't think. Pocket parks are really in, and this will be a little pocket park that will make that whole area prettier and make real estate in that area, I think, more valuable. And I know that some of the merchants down in that direction and a little farther than that have a concern that their little area isn't paid enough attention to. And so I think it's really nice for us to help do something down in that area.
Ultimately, the measure passed with 4 Community Preservation Committee members voting in favor of the plan and 2 against. The proposal will next go before Town Council for final approval. Now let's get a look at sports with Brenna McCubry.
Good afternoon, Barnstable. I'm Brenna McCubry, here to bring you the latest on New England and Red Raiders sports. The Boston Red Sox host the Toronto Blue Jays tonight at Fenway Park. Felix Doubront will have the start on the mound for the Sox at 7:10. In Barnstable High School sports at 5:30, girls JV lacrosse will start their tilt in New Bedford. Tomorrow afternoon at 4, boys JV and varsity lacrosse will be on the road to Sandwich. Boys varsity tennis will host Cape Cod Academy, where the girls will be away. To close the evening, girls varsity lacrosse will host Andover on the BHS turf. Good luck to all Red Raiders athletics. That's all for New England and Red Raiders sports. Here on Barnstable Today, I'm Brenna McCubry.
Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show is our Business Barnstable segment. We'll also chat with Finance Director Mark Milne about the FY15 operating budget. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.